Good morning, boys and girls. I'm going to right now on this video explain how to do tonight's homework assignment. So what I'd like you to do is have this homework printed out in front of you along with your calculator and the formula sheet that I have on the website for you. Okay, so this is number one is finding the area of a parallelogram. So the formula is written right here for you. Area equals base times height. So one of these numbers is not the height. Can you guess which one it is? Okay, hopefully you're correct and you know that 7 is not the height. The height is the dotted line. So basically you're going to multiply the base times the height and label it as feet squared. For question number 2, you're going to follow this formula because it's the area of a triangle. And you're going to do base times height divided by 2. So you have to figure out how long this base is. So what I like to do is write numbers and count the units across. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units across is my base. And my height is, this is 1 unit right here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my base is 6 units and my height is 5 units. So I'm going to plug those numbers into the formula and label it as units squared. So remember, when you show your work, it's the formula gets written first, then you plug the numbers in to the formula. You're going to write in here A equals the base times height divided by 2, and then the last line, which I'll put a box around, is the answer, and you're going to label it as units squared. Okay, here's the formula for the trapezoid. So area equals base 1 plus base 2 multiplied by the height divided by 2. So these are your bases. Base 1, base 2. It doesn't matter actually if you call this base 1 or this base 1 because the numbers get added together anyway. So you're going to add together the bases, times that by the height, and then divide by 2. So again, this is your first line. Your second line is going to be where you plug in all those numbers. And then the last line is going to be the answer with whatever the answer is and centimeters squared. Okay, because area is always expressed in square units. Okay, for number 4, this is area of a parallelogram. So here's the formula. But in this case, I gave you the area and I gave you the base, and you want to find the height. So when you plug it in, you have to be careful. Under A, I'm going to replace A with 575. And I'm going to replace B with 23. So how do I figure out 23 times the height equals 575? I would divide 575 on my calculator divided by 23, and that would be the height. And whatever that is, when you divide, that answer is just centimeters. Because remember, when you're finding a base or a height, it's just centimeters. Area is centimeters squared, like right here. Okay, moving right along to number 5. Okay, in number 5, I actually graphed it for you. So let's see. When you graph A, you want to go right 4 and up 1. So this is A. B, you want to go right 8 and up 1. So do this with me. C, you want to go right 4 and up 7. And D, you want to go right 8 and up 7. Okay, and then connect them to form a rectangle. And to find the perimeter and the area, well, we need to figure out how many units this is across. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 units across right here. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So remember, opposite sides are equal. So for perimeter, I would add up all the sides. And for area, it would be the length times the width. And I would label that units squared. So whatever my answer is that I get when I multiply units squared. And perimeter, when I add up 6 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4, it's whatever that answer is, just units, UN. Okay, number 5. I have to use this formula. I want to find the base of a triangle when the area is 180 and the height is 25. So it's 2 times the area, 2 times 180 equals, I don't know what the base is, that's what I'm trying to find, times the height, which is 25. So what I need to do is multiply 180 times 2, which is going to be 360. So I'm going to write 360 equals the base times 25. And then I'm going to divide 360 by 25. And whatever my base comes out to be, I'm going to label that just centimeters. Okay, so you really write the formula, plugging it in, which is what I did right here. Okay, and then you're going to find the answer. Okay, so let's go to number 7. I graphed it for you, so let's go over it together. A triangle has vertices A, B, and C, so we need to graph those. A is right 2 up 2. B is right 2 up 8. And C is right 7 and up 2. Connect those points like I did to form a triangle. So connect all the points as best you can. And then you're going to find the area. So let's see, we have to figure out the base and the height. So I'm going to count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units across. So my base is 5. And my height, how tall this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units tall. So my height is 6. So I'm going to plug that in. I'm going to do base times height divided by 2 and label it, whatever my answer comes out, I'm going to label it as units squared. I apologize for my sloppy handwriting. It's a little hard to write with a mouse. Okay, number 8. In order to find the area of the shaded region, you need to find the area of this entire trapezoid. So you're going to use your trapezoid formula. You're going to find the area of this trapezoid. Okay, the trapezoid, you add together the bases times by the height and then divide by 2. And then you're going to subtract the area of the triangle. So the triangle has a height of 16 and a base of 8. So for the triangle, you're going to do base times height, 16 times 8 divided by 2. So you're going to find both areas. You know, you can almost like make a chart. Okay, you have the area of the trapezoid, okay, and then you have the area of the triangle, area of the triangle, and then you almost want to find both. I'm just abbreviating here because it's hard for me to write. You want to find both areas and then subtract, and then whatever answer you get, the answer is feet to the second power. Okay, and the reason you're subtracting is because the triangle is missing from the entire thing. Anytime you want to find the area of a shaded region and something's missing, you're always subtracting the two areas. Okay, this is a composite figure, and what I would recommend is you draw a line like this. You find the area of the rectangle by doing 10 times 5. Okay, 8 is this whole distance. So that's what 8 represents here. And then the trapezoid has a basis of 10 and 6, and you just have to figure out the height. So how are we going to do that? The whole unit right here, this whole line is 8, and up to here is 5. So how much more, sorry, I'm writing very sloppy, how much more would you need, the height of this? What would you need? 5 plus what number gives you 8? So the height would be 3. So you would find the area of the trapezoid using your formula sheet, the area of the rectangle, and add your areas together. Here, another shaded region. So you want to find the area of the whole entire rectangle, 15 times 6. You can even make yourself a chart. Okay, the area of the rectangle on one side, area of parallelogram on the other. This is a parallelogram. The area is base times height. 7 times 2. So you find both areas and then subtract them. Okay, so that actually is all of tonight's homework assignment. I want you to do a really good job on it, labeling everything. If you feel that there's not enough room for it to show your work on the worksheet, please use loose leaf paper to show your work. And you can just send me pictures of that. Make sure, if you're going to do that, make sure you circle your answers so I can see them. Label everything, okay? Because the beginning of next week, we are going to have a test, and the test is going to be on the quizzes program. So this is a review for that test, okay? So this is the homework assignment for tonight. I think the only thing that's different is your title of your sheet might be different than mine, but it's the exact same problems. So do the homework as best you can. As always, feel free to email me if you have any questions at all. And that's it. I hope all's well with everybody, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys.